Shame on Allah sent prophet. Shame on you when you step to Ali, true. Shame on them all who try to run game on the moors. From Canaanland just doing our chores, taking out the garbage called King Alfred Moors. Agent Pointer Pro FBI Moors. Instead of doing the work, they play boss first, playing nighttime games with the day nurse. They love to give orders from their high chair. With the prophet in front, I can't say it's my year. I can say they blind with or without eyewear. You better ask audio too if you think I care. Throw dirty Moors off the moorish summit, cause nationalizations in the temple is how they run it. They never tell the whole story like hidden colors. Some temples house pimps and hidden muggers. UCC filings got jail cells filled with brothers. Noble Jew taught have a greater respect for mothers. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Don't get put back into slavery by your brothers. 101 MSD Quran, judge him by the covers. Don't think he's ahead cause of a badge on his chest, cause he's down with Moors that change Raleig's cause of death. From blunt force trauma, fist kicks and mini hammers. Shame on Allah sent prophet. Shame on you when you step to Ali, true. Shame on them all who try to run game on the moors. From Canaanland just doing our chores, taking out the garbage called King Alfred Moors. Agent Pointer Pro FBI Moors. Instead of doing the work, they play boss first, playing nighttime games with the day nurse. They love to give orders from their high chair. With the prophet in front, I can't say it's my year. I can say they blind with or without eyewear. You better ask audio too if you think I care. Throw dirty Moors off the Moorish summit, cause nationalizations in the temple is how they run it. They never tell the whole story like hidden colors. Some temples house pimps and hidden muggers. UCC filings got jail cells filled with brothers. Noble Jew taught have a greater respect for mothers. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Don't get put back into slavery by your brothers. 101 MSD Quran, judge him by the covers. Don't think he's ahead cause of a badge on his chest, cause he's down with Moors that change Raleigh's cause of death. From blunt force trauma, fist kicks and mini hammers. Treasonous traitors kill the sovereign grand commander. Moorish flags still at half-mast. Dirty Moorish Americans teach half-ass, distorting the mission, hiding the Mukarabin files. Unconscious religious Moors asking, what do you mean files? Read the FBI papers if you want to see trials. Religious Moors never active and still in denial, even though nature El Sudan posted in the guide. Dirty Moors teachers are renegade and conspired. Detectives everywhere, even the eyes are wired. Grand sheiks not doing their job, themselves they fired. That's why Drew said it's your movement still. Don't let them abuse it and give you a bill. Suspended memberships to control your free national name, to put Moors that don't study in slavery again. Birthright rapists, I don't mean hybrid clones, wearing a fez crown on supreme grand thrones, claiming to be grand bodies. Moors were fooled and forgot the goddess of nation come from Sunday school. Sold out the prophet, sheiks half-stepping. Paper terrorists, Moorish God stacks as my weapon. Nationality is a reality, constitutionally protecting civil morality. Exercised with 5 senses and principalities. Democracy is mob rule immorality. Notwithstanding, like sweeping out their legs. Nationality card, axe kick to the beast's head.
Sounds like it's having a hallucinogenic effect. Not like a drug, which is harmful and wrong, and just say no, kids. But spacey nonetheless.
Have you ever heard a thought that you saw? Or felt the pain from third eye to your jaw? Felt schizo, brain circuit trips so got me seeing strobe lights like a disco. Under skin crawls, seeing one's take shapes out of the norm, demonic forms takes. Forces external, stress is extreme. Eyes wide open, though it's a dream. It seems sorta like alienation, surrounded by aliens at a PlayStation. Nerd impulses, feeling pulses or noses, suffering from tripped out psychosis. Doses, seeing clouds drip like E.T. Sun rays touch fingertips, reflect kiss off your cheek like lips, repeating like skips, peeling the air in strips, pattern swirl, walls seem to breathe, mixed up senses that I can't perceive. All I see is sounds, I'm hearing what smells, I'm craving hallucinations like hell. Enter the realm where there's talking gazelles, speaking metaphysic, I'm feeling depressed. Fez wearing horn, Nor puts his hand on my chest and says, breathe in, breathe out, breathe out. Have a piece of a shroom, my mind going zoom as I spin with this room. Forks one with spoons, knives guilty for murders they committed. Should I be committed to a mental ward? Straight jacket fitted, frog walks out the wall talking ribbit. I'm overstanding every word said in my head. Then here comes death, smelling like dead, telling me to follow him flying on fog. On his death log he checks off guard, looking into his hood, darkness all I see, and darkness is all around me. Light asks me to take a west sound beat, then introduced me to speed of thought, and she told me by being told man knows not. Carrying on, swinging like Barry Bonds, the flower bouquet from when Sweet married yawns. Rapper's floss was a corpse, power and force, divorced of course. Power is an illusion, took the bigger loss. My last 4 blinks felt like ice rinks, came to my senses looking down sinks. After that I didn't know what to think, so I'll just put the rest of shrooms into my drink. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe out, breathe out, breathe in. Trip is a trip. Northgate, H2O flow, Sheik, Canaanland, moorish, release for, Shalon Davis, salute, hot house, check it, they say they wanna learn, they only debate, referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound the grace, study nationality before you question my estate, I'm not a minority, why you so late, majority rules, here comes the test, fact, that's my hand in the form of a feet on the chest, that's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest. Major forever, infinite mindset. Major from birth, that's a seed in process. I'm a more that is easy to digest. Competent, never terrenalious. That is my land, never vacant. Sacred traditions, petitions for what you're not Jamaican. Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more. We feel please more.
Following the apostle, we should read more and see the unseen more. We more. That's a fact. Canaanland.
They say they want to learn, complain classes are too long. Don't want it on a phone call, energy too strong. Get it from the wrong source, now they way off course. Think they must be Muslim and give up on all sports. Should give up the red meat, must give up on all porks. Won't be yelling harder when the bottles are uncorked. Eating with the spoon, use forks for tuning. Eating humble pie, no ego ballooning. Samson 2 caterpillars, got him cocooning. As the full moon hung spiral, energy moving. Up through the crown chakra, energy shooting. And told me upload classes before live YouTubing. 16,000 subscribers, 20% consuming. 80% troll pretending to be tuned in. Comment on every video, pushing the thumbs down. We'll push the link when we're live just like a clown. Pouring in the incompetence, always debating. Dissing Drew Ali but won't give their location. His image on the black banner, that's placation. Just get him out of here, Yusuf yells in frustration. We know they're playing games, we're not berating. Calling 911, scimitars penetrating. In defense of prophets and mothers abused. And newly awakened Moors, amused and confused.
They come in a movement and don't study. And Cujo like, look, they sell out. They've been playing games. You feel me? I'm going to call it out what it is. And if you coming to the sword, you coming to the battle, you feel me? And your sword all dull, he going to cut it off. Go sharpen your sword and come back. That's motivation. That's what it's for. Like if somebody say, you suck at football. Okay, now I'm going to run some laps, right? Now I'm going to win some championship. Then I'm going to step to the doggone coach.
Okay. Please, can I speak for a second?
Bro, I yell the fire. I'm going to want to talk, bro, because like I said, I respect everybody, bro. And for you to keep interrupting me like that, bro, I don't rock like that, bro.
Because nothing. That's the more from C-SPAN. Shut the F up and listen. That's the C-SPAN more. F you. Who the hell are you? Came yesterday. Where's your C-SPAN video at? Where's you calling into C-SPAN to put Moors on the record for Moors all over the world? Nobody could take that down. You talking over the C-SPAN more. Are you nuts? Who you people think you are? You just came yesterday. You've been studying 4 years. What are you talking about? Stop the BS. We're how we are. Don't give a F about anybody and whatever they say. Because we went to Pittsburgh. We went to the Moorish Science Temple of America people with olive branches. Every Moor had an olive branch. We're in Pittsburgh. There's a temple here. Let's go to the temple. But there's not. What else is it going to be? Where am I going to go? Basketball Hall of Fame or some BS? What am I going there for? I'm going there to see what? That's the monument? You're going to go check? You're not going to go to the Moorish castle that they turned to a church? These Johnny come lately, honest to Khalid Muhammad, who came out and said that he's a Moor, Islam, and got sense enough to know he's a Moor for all the sellouts out there. Honest to Khalid Muhammad. Supreme honest to Khalid Muhammad. Right? Because he also told us about these Johnny come lately niggers. He told us about them. We know about the Johnny come latelys. We're from those school of thought. We're not from you conscious guys' school of thought. We're from Khalid when he left NOI because he found out that they were full of BS. Honors to him. And he didn't even find out that they were really, really about BS yet. He just in his own experience, he realized these people are full of BS. And left. Same thing El Haj did. The same thing that we did. Same thing that we did. But I just wanted to interject right there to say, don't you ever, I don't care who any of you people out there think that you are, don't you ever talk over the Moor that was on C-SPAN. Because the European that was running the C-SPAN shut the F up for the Moor to talk. And he got everything out. He got everything out. Everything. Nothing was left out. And nobody didn't shut him down and all that stuff and whatever. So don't you dare interrupt the C-SPAN Moor. The only Moor they ever call on C-SPAN and talk on behalf of Moors. Not talk on behalf of his little temple that he's got. Not talk on behalf of his business that he's doing over here. Not to be talk about his whatever that he's doing down there. Talk on behalf of Moors worldwide on C-SPAN. So honors to all the Moors worldwide who honor, who prefer Moors. Islam to Khalifa Media too.
Don't matter.
Okay, now listen.
Respect is respect, bro.
And I gave you respect.
You didn't.
So
You
the
did.
more that I keep listening
You
to
did.
you talk, the red flags that are blatantly.
You didn't respect me, bro. You didn't respect me.
Hold on. The red flags.
You
that
didn't
are
respect
blatantly
me,
in
bro.
our face.
I can't hold on.
Red flag. Name the red flag. Name the red flag. Name the red flag.
You never
Okay,
respect
name the
me,
red
bro.
flag.
Red flags are this.
So the reason why I interject there is because I already know how these people get down. These wannabe Moors so bad people that will be that online. And then if we're not doing it online, we're with some traitors and some sellouts of the Moorish movement, even down to Mealy Hill's line. There's traitors in that too. Don't you think the Moors found the gay porn and stuff, which is why they left and set up their own stuff? Which is where we got our charter from. Because these Moors realized even the Mealy Hill line was traitors. 2008. So don't let people throw that one out there too on you. Mealy Hill as if the people today that are saying Mealy Hill are the people who were back then. People played you. This is why we talk how we talk. Our charter comes from Moors in Mecca, where Noble Drew Ali was at. Not Detroit, Pittsburgh, or something like that around there. Not even New Jersey. From Mecca. So the reason that I interject, because anybody who watches Canaanland Moors already know that we brought the red flag. Whether you talk about Moorians, we got the red flag. Nobody else has no hip-hop song repping for the red flag. Nobody. Watch Canaanland Moors before they actually shut us down because our edit videos were crazy. And people would be mad and go snitch to YouTube because we made a video about them. They'll go snitch to YouTube and give our YouTube strikes and stuff like that. Right? We had the videos where we had the sister, had the mother with the red flag, waving the red flag every time these people taught their BS. Only Moors who've been with Canaanland from the jump would know what we're talking about. Everybody else, you're gonna have to go search for those ones, because those are in the abyss right now. The red flag edit videos on Canaanland Moors. Red flag. Don't play around. That you're bringing up red flags as if you're saying something. Pfft. We're the ones who showed people what the red flags were. When nobody was talking about the red flags of people charging for stuff and people, the secured party this and reeling you in through conference this and processes. What you mean? Because we got played. Moors in our temple got played 08, 09, thinking they go over here, talk to these Moors, do some side thing or whatever like that, get played, and then got to come back like a dumbass and say, yeah, well, I kind of went behind their back and I went over there and talked to them, and then they got me in these contracts, now I can't get out and I'm going to lose the house and all this type of BS. 2009, that was our activity. The Moors trying to exercise their birthrights and they don't have knowledge of it, and then they get themselves in BS and then want salvation. Just thought about that before you grab the gospel plow. But you didn't think about that. You wanted to play, oh, these Moors have alive, so I'm just going to get in here and I'm going to put my point out there because I have a point and these people don't have a point because... Shut the F up.
Name the red flags. Name the red flags. Don't say the red flag. What's the red flag?
The red flag one is
yes. What's the red flag?
okay. The red flag.
And thank you, Brother Amazite.
I hear the flow, bro. He don't have respect, bro.
The red flags one is this. Okay. Because, like I said, I just wanted to address things. He was going on and on and on. Okay. So now the red flag is this: the Moorish Science Temple of America and the charter, whichever the charter that Cujo has in Canaanland Moors for that temple. Okay. This was months back. Okay. And you can go back on his page and you'll see he did some clown. He was trying to do a meme on me, this, that, and the third, or whatever. And brothers reached out to me. Okay, the same brother.
Open ears.
Brothers from the temple that granted him his charter is the same.
Name them. Name the brothers. 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 You're bringing them up.
Canaanland Moors, they got their charter from some faggots over here. We don't like faggots. So because Canaanland Moors got a charter from some faggots, they don't count as being a temple. They're disqualified. Name the faggots. Name them. Who are these homosexuals that gave us our charter? We want to know. Because that's some serious accusations. Let's say pedophiles instead. Let's leave the gay guys alone. Let's say pedophiles. Canaanland Moors got their charter from some pedophiles over there who call themselves Moors. So they don't count. All right. Who are these pedophiles? Name them. Because if you can't name them, then you're committing some type of fraud. And then if you're committing fraud on that level, then no wonder the Moorish movement is in the state that it's in. It's your own. Don't know when to shut the F up and go take care of their 4 children. Get offline. You don't have time for this. Go handle your responsibilities instead of leaving it on the mother. Stop the BS. Don't get mad at me because you couldn't hold your nut or whatever like that. Now you got 4 children you got to take care of and you're trying to be some online whatever. Get the F out of here. Go take care of your family if you're a Moor. You say you're a Moor? You got fez on and turban on and all that stuff? Well, go take care of your family. Don't show me your library. Show me your children's report cards. Let me see those. Let me see your children's school history. Let me see if they've been getting A's and all that stuff because they follow their parents who are Moors for real, or dumb niggers pretending like they're Moors. Let me see your children's stuff. Let me see that. That'll show me who you are. Let me see your children. Show me their stuff. All they know is candy. That's all they know. All the children know is candy. Candy for everything. All they know is iPad and iPhone. They push buttons. They can't read a book. That's how we will judge you people. And you're just mad. Big mad. Big mad. Because you don't just want to go over there in the corner. This ain't for you people. Majority of you people, like we say with all the rest of them, they're going to be gone in 2-3 years. So why are you even wasting your time with them now? Been telling you about these dumbasses to keep popping the whack-a-mole. I told you about the whack-a-moles. Now it becomes this now. And this isn't even what we're actually here for. This is just extra. This is just extra because I got my nap in yesterday, so I was alert when I got sent the thing by Hassan, and I got a phone call. Like, hey, so that got resolved, right? And then people talking crazy. Like, why are you talking crazy? What's the purpose of talking crazy? 11 p.m. or whatever time it was. Just talking crazy just because you can, or do you have something to prove? This is why we keep asking. Well, show, who are these people that revoked our charter? We want to know who these people are. Because I never got any notice that the charter is revoked. And if people think that they can revoke the charter and that means we're going to take the sign down and close down, you're a dumbass. I don't know what you think this is. As if we need a charter like that. All these people sold out. What legitimacy of Moorish Science Temple Supreme Grand Council are you talking about? Everybody sold out. Even in the Mealy Ill line. There was gay porn guys in 2008 in the Mealy Ill line. Which is why the Moors who gave us our charter left Grand Major Temple. Because they found the gay porn stuff. That's the Mealy Ill line. That's everybody. Ain't nobody left. Everybody sold out. Don't get mad. Don't get mad at me for telling the truth of what it is. Don't get mad. Like the Moors say out here, fix up. Straighten your tie or whatever like that, and you know what I mean? Accept that you were with the traitors. You think Canaanland Moors is some fluke or something? I just wanted to do some more Science Temple thing here, so that's not what this is. This is Drew Ali 100. That's nothing to do with us. These Moors and all that stuff. We ain't doing anything. We just came out the womb. Just found out we're Moors yesterday. 2008 ain't 200 years ago. We just found out we're Moors yesterday. We come from Negro, black, colored, African, and all that. Call yourself everything else except Moors. Moors, oh yeah, those are the guys in Spain or whatever like that. But everybody else, the Sumerians, that's us. The Phoenicians, that's us. The ancient, the Anunnaki, oh yeah, those are us. But oh yeah, the Moors, no, that's some black guys in Spain and 7-Eleven, Gibraltar, and all that stuff, and then you stop right there. Play yourself. And it's only you to blame. Because, your attention should be on studying. Because everyone knows nothing. So, what do you got time for? You think studying hasn't happened today yet? Studying happened already. Studying happened. Why even on this thing? Because studying happened. Just studying just because. What else is there to do? Like, there's so much information out there. There's information out there. Crazy. What else is there? Nothing. Get knowledge. Save yourself. Or people die for what? Lack of knowledge. So it should be in your best interest to get knowledge. Because you die for lack of it. This is very simple to get. No, people like stuff advanced. Okay, advanced. You want to go off the ramp at 500 miles per hour on the tricycle? Do your thing. Do your thing. Don't get mad. Don't get mad at the outcome. Positive or negative. Don't get mad.
Bro.
You're bringing them up. You're bringing them up. So name them.
All I gotta do is say the temple where you got
What's the temple? What's the temple? What's the temple? What's the temple? Name them. Name the people.
Okay,
name them.
Whatever that temple is where Richard
Name them. Name them. Name them. Name them. Richard Neal Bay didn't give me a charter.
Say he did, pal. I didn't listen.
So why are you bringing him up for? So why are you bringing him up for?
Right. So they're always gonna slide Richard Neal Bay in there. Right. When what Richard Neal Bay was the guideposts for me to get to these Moors. 2008. 2008. Right. It's 2008. The only Moor, this is 2008, finding out about Noble Drew Ali and Moors, and then on a mission to find someone who's gonna tell me what this is about and give me whatever literature I need or whatever. The only Moor. The only Moor. There was no other Moor of I could say probably not knowing who and the different lines or whatever, but all the lines after Noble Drew Ali relative to Moorish Divine and National Movement. All the lines told me nothing about this. Just give me their website or whatever like that, and that was it. This is the only Moor that said, you should probably just come see it for yourself, because I really don't know what to tell you about what the Moorish, what it is that Noble Drew Ali brought. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And we're having convention, just come to that and then see what it is for yourself. That's the best that I could do. That's Richard Neal Bay, 2008. All right. Who, I know Malik Shakur. I don't know Neal Bays and all that stuff. We know Moors. Right? That's Malik Shakur Bey. I don't know Neil Bey and all that stuff. I already know that you're on the other side. And I already know that you're... Because why would you say that? No, I would not say Malik Shakur Bey. Why would you say Richard Neil Bey? Why would that be the name? That's not the national. That's not the national. Right? Because that's how deep it goes. It's that deep. You just throwing a name out. Which is why when I trapped him about, hey, why are you bringing him up for? Because he has nothing to do with our charter. You're just talking about our charter. And then you start throwing his name in there, which he has absolutely nothing to do with our charter. So how you putting it from that perspective unless you're a plant? Unless you're a plant to set a narrative. To try to attempt to make Canaanland Moors illegitimate. Based on throwing things out of context. Absolutely out of context. Because unless you're in it, you don't know. If you're not in Moorish Science Temple, you don't know anything about Moorish Science Temple. You don't know anything about Moorish Divine National Movement. You know nothing. All you have is speculation.
Listen.
So why are you bringing him up for?
Anyways.
Why are you bringing him up for?
That's the first red flag.
Why are you bringing him up for?
This is public. Everybody knows this already.
What's public? What's public? What's public? What's public? What?
Void down here. Okay.
What charter's void?
Brothers and them came out and said we've been taking stuff back off.
What charter's void? What charter? Who did it though? Who did it? Who did it? Name the people.
I'm from the streets, homie. I don't speak niggas' names like that.
Oh, but you're gonna bring them up though. You're gonna bring up. Oh yeah, I know that place got robbed over there, but I'm not gonna say who did it.
What temple did you get your charter from? It's the same people that came and called me. They reached out to me. Okay?
Who?
Who? Start making these
Name them. Who reached out to you?
Right. We're talking Moors, right? So status is the first issue. Status is the first issue. No status? They did something? They. Oh, well, who's they? You know, they. What do you mean they did it? They. We should kidnap you for obstructing the law. We send the muftis to F you up for destructing the law. But then if you do that, then you're going to go snitch to the European. Because people have been lax. People playing disrespect the mothers, disrespect the master teachers, and everything's cool. Why you name the punk, like Steve Coakley said? Oh yeah, but you don't even know who Steve Coakley is. Because majority of you people are cut from a different cloth. You don't have master teachers anymore. You don't even know what that is. You think some online guy with 50 million viewers is a master teacher. No, he's not. Unplug his stuff, he's done tomorrow. No electricity? All these master teachers are done. All these online guru whoever's, all of them are done. There's no electricity tomorrow. All of them are done for. Which is why you're supposed to have your own library and all that stuff. So you gotta rely on getting it from the cesspool. You don't want to drink from the cesspool. These are the same fetuses. These are the same fetuses that we have to use. That we just have to use as an example. Because he actually got cussed out. I told him to go suck his mother and all that stuff because these people are full of BS. They're full of BS. They have no intentions whatsoever of liberating the people. They're all about their selfish self. They don't care about you. Then the people who care about you, you're dealing with them on some BS.
To answer your question, beloved, he did say, and that's why I thought it was funny. It's funny you even said that. So yeah, your question is actually a viable question because that's why I said, yo, I'm bumping the Cujo Agua, I'm bumping that Iron Sheik Canaanland Moors playlist. That's what I said. I said, I'm bumping the Iron Sheik Canaanland Moors playlist because that's my bro. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, like, this social media shit will get shit fucked up, man. There's people.
Now I want to listen to the album. I want to support the grand sheet of what he had Temple 7.
No, that's supporting Temple number 5, Canaanland.
Oh, it's supporting Temple number. But wait, is wait in the Holy Quran, or was it the questionnaire? It says that Mecca is Canaanland. Canaan. Is that not true?
But like this, there's so much.
Wait. Can I finish? Canaan, according to Noble Jali, is in Mecca, right? Where is Mecca? Where is Mecca located?
Which Mecca are you speaking on? Which mindset are you in? Are you in geographics or are you in metaphysics?
Where is the land of Eden and the Garden of Eden located, according to Noble Jali?
When you're saying what our Mecca is,
what is it called? In the questionnaire.
Our Mecca?
The 101.
No problem. I will do you a solid. I will do you that solid.
Yeah, do me the solid. And when you see it, because I'm going to pull it up when you pull it up, I'm going to pull it up, and it says that the Garden of Eden is in Canaan. Canaan is in Mecca. Mecca is over across seas in Egypt, if I'm not mistaken.
So the fetuses that the brain's not even formed yet, right? They're just a shell. They're just a shell. Playing like they know something, like they got some kind of knowledge. And then using Noble Drew Ali's name in their BS in order to try to justify points. As if because Noble Drew Ali didn't say it, you don't have to go with it because Noble Drew Ali didn't say it. No. Why would Noble Drew Ali tell the Moors in the questionnaire, at what place on earth was the physical part of man formed? In the Garden of Eden. Where is the Garden of Eden? In the land of Canaan, in the city of Mecca, in the land of Canaan, Asia. What is the modern name for the Garden of Eden? Mecca. Now, their logic is, Noble Drew Ali didn't say in the 101 questionnaire that Canaan is Canada. That Canaan is on this side. So anybody who says Canaanland, they're not following Noble Drew Ali. But Noble Drew Ali told all these Moors, study. Study, then study yourself. Well, see, you don't want to listen to what we're saying, so let's know what you're saying, so.
The Detroit River is a key piece of the Underground Railroad story in North America. It is known to have been one of the most important points at which people escaping from slavery could cross into Canada. The geography was part of the reason for that. There are several spots along the Detroit River where it's quite narrow, and it's very easy for people to cross relative to other places such as the Niagara River or certainly the Great Lakes system. And the Detroit River had around it, on both sides of the river, really important communities that were committed to ending slavery.
The Detroit River literally carried people into freedom. You know, sometimes people describe it as the last stop of the Underground Railroad, Sandwich Town.
It became almost legendary in the Underground Railroad system of codes and information that was passed from individual to help them get to safety. So Detroit was known as Midnight. Canada, on the other side of the Detroit River, was known as Canaan. And there were individuals in the American South who had heard of the Detroit River, who knew that it was the most important place that they could go to if they wanted to get to safety and to freedom. There were individuals who crossed into Sandwich specifically who talked about the fact that they had been told that the river was 1,000 miles wide, that it was full of sea monsters, that there were all of these reasons why they should not try to get to the Detroit River specifically. So that really speaks to how legendary it had become, how mythological it had become.
You know, we're talking about a place that represented freedom for many people, you know, like post 1833. Like if you are leaving those southern states in the United States of America, like the furthest north you're going to go is Canada. And you know that in Canada there's this what may be considered to be, you know, this gift of freedom, you know, which blows my mind today to think that, you know, our ancestors, you know, looked at freedom as a gift, you know, this thing to be achieved.
But it was such a opportunity for those, because once they got to it, it was easily crossed. When you got to our river, you not only could smell freedom, you could see it. In 1826, my ancestor was born in St. Louis after the family had moved to St. Louis by way of Ohio. However, they couldn't stay in Ohio at that place in Columbus because they had enslaved people. So, rather than stay and release their slaves, they moved on to territory that was new and just freshly settled along the banks of the Mississippi in St. Louis, Missouri. So they ended up in St. Louis because of the fact that they enslaved persons. It was probably a journey that I look back now and say, could I have done that? Fear and the thought of attaining something that you've only whispered about or has only been talked about probably maybe would drive me, but every day I get up and honor the ancestors for doing that. Carolyn was born in St. Louis as the granddaughter of her owner. In 1843, when she escaped, she was owned by a gentleman by the name of Charles Hall, who would have been her paternal uncle by marriage. In a year, she met a man, a little bit older. His name was Alan Watkins. There's a little bit of age difference. Carolyn was 16 going on 17 at the time. He was 28 with 3 kids.
Sandwich is such a quaint place.
When America was the land of Canaan. Why would they say America is the land of Canaan? And because Noble Drew Ali didn't say this, are we gonna not go with it? So because Noble Drew Ali didn't say this, we're not gonna go with this? How about Blacks in Canada by Robin W. Winks? The Canadian Canaan. No, we're not going to go with this because Drew Ali didn't say it. Or Drew Ali didn't say, Canaanites in America, a new scripture in stone. No, we're not going to go with that. Well, we're not going to go with that. We're going to go with the Canaan story about over there only. We're not going to study and study ourselves to find out that over there and over here is the same place. We won't do that. Did the biblical world of Canaanites exist in America? Do mysterious tablets of the Western Hemisphere represent a scripture in stone more important than the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls? The great controversy is with us again, and a review of the evidence explains why experts conclude that a very alleged Canaanite Phoenician inscription in the New World is either misidentified or a fraud. We're not going to go with it. We're not going to go with Old Canaan in the New World. Elizabeth Fenton. How come they find out about stuff about Canaan over here? No? What about New Canaan, Ontario? What about that? Noble Drew Ali didn't say that. We're gonna go with it? We're gonna say, oh no, we're not going with that because Noble Drew Ali didn't say that. So we're not going with that. We can't find that in Noble Drew Ali's literature, so we're not going with that. If that's your logic, if that's where you are in your mind, you're more Negro than you thought. You're more Negro than you thought. Khalib and Alubayera. Known as Trinidad and Tobago. There's Canaan there. Isn't that on this side? If there's Canaan, where I used to live, that's not the mainland. If there's a Canaan there, then hearing about Canaan being America is definitely not going to be hard to digest. The Search for Atlantis. David Hatcher Childress. Lost Cities of North Central America. But it was Joseph Mahan, the Director of Education and Research at the Columbus, Georgia Museum of Arts and Crafts and author of The Secret, who realized that the script was Canaanite. Mertz was partially correct because Phoenician writing contains some Hebrew letters. The inscription is sometimes referred to as Canaanite Phoenician. Canaanite Phoenician? Canaanite Phoenician? How come not Israelite Phoenician? How come not Hebrew Phoenician? Oh, because everybody knows those are fictions. And they go back to the Canaanites. And they need to stop their fraud and be who their ancient foremothers and forefathers were, Moorish Zionist Jews. And stop playing games. Right? That's why they were different, because they didn't just say they were Jews only. They said they were Moorish Zionist Jews. They said they were Jews, and that's it. Same reason why Grand Sheik Nature says the Great Seal, Moorish Science Temple. So you don't get him confused with these other quacks out here that's called Moorish Science Temple of America too. You get it? You get it? As much as North America was known as Canaan. America is the oldworld.com. America is the oldworld.com. Old Canaan in the New World is a blog that features the book Old Canaan in the New World, Native Americans and the Lost Tribes of Israel, since this book questions whether the indigenous Americans were descendants of the lost tribes of Israel. Remember, Israelite goes back to Canaanite. So don't get caught up. Please don't get caught up. Go back to your ancient foremothers and forefathers. Stop being post that. It's supposed to be pre them, not post them. The ancient foremothers and forefathers were the Canaanites and Moabites. The Israelites were later. Here is the book summary. From the moment Europeans realized Columbus had landed in a place unknown to them in 1492, they began speculating about how the Americas and their inhabitants fit into the Bible. For many, the most compelling explanation was the Hebraic Indian theory, which proposed that indigenous Americans were the descendants of the 10 lost tribes of Israel. For its proponents, the theory neatly explained why this giant land, its inhabitants, were not mentioned in biblical record. In Old Canaan in the New World, Elizabeth Fenton shows that though the Hebraic Indian theory may seem far-fetched today, it had a great deal of currency and significant influence over a very long period of American history. Indeed, at different times, the idea that indigenous Americans were descendants from the lost tribes of Israel was taken up to support political and religious positions on diverse issues including Christian millennialism, national expansion, trade policies, Jewish rights, sovereignty in the Americas, and scientific exploration. Through analysis of a wide collection of writings from religious texts to novels, Fenton sheds light on a rarely explored but important part of the religious discourse in American history. As the Hebraic Indian theory evolved over the course of 2 centuries, it revealed how religious belief and national interests intersected in early American history. Religious belief and national interests, divine and national. Sound familiar? So Noah Drew Ali was really off. He was absolutely on point. Right? Keep in mind, Noble Drew Ali, right? I love the book cover because the author is telling you that the Garden of Eden and the Tree of Life is in the New World, the Americas. Is that stuff we're reading about Noble Drew Ali again? In what place on earth was the physical part of man formed? In the Garden of Eden. Where is the Garden of Eden? In the land of Canaan, in the city of Mecca. In the land of Canaan, in the city of Mecca. Mecca, Chicago, Canaan, the New World, which is really the old world. But if they say old world, then you're going to be messed up because you thought Egypt was the old world. And it's only New World because of European psychology. It's really not the New World. It's new to them. But it's been here just as long as over there. And I can't remember the book, but there's a book that talks about the Atlantic Ocean being a mirror. That reflects each side. So you're going to find stuff over here, over there, and find stuff over there, over here. And just don't ask questions how. Just know that that's how it is. You're going to find writing from over there, over here. How did they get over here? Who are these miraculous people that found a way to get from over there to over here to write some stuff on the clay pot? The state of New Hampshire has some interesting history since the biblical land of Canaan, Lebanon, and Goshen was in New Hampshire in North America. Since it fits the description of the biblical land of Canaan from the Bible. But he did not hearken unto them, and dwelt in the land of Lebanon, from Hamath to the entering of Egypt, he and his sons until this day, and for this reason the land is named Canaan. Jubilees 10:29. God brought some people out of Goshen to the land of milk and honey, and drove out the enemy before them with hornets, bees. Deuteronomy 7:20. Additionally, there is a Canaan, Goshen, and a Lebanon in the state of Oregon. The giant cedars of Lebanon, aka the cedars of God, from the Bible are heavily associated with the Holy Land or the Promised Land. I believe that the biblical Lebanon was Lebanon, Oregon, since California is known for giant trees, redwoods, and Oregon used to be part of Upper California. The state of Oregon sits above California on maps, so yes, Oregon can grow giant trees too. In addition, there is a Canaan and a Goshen in the state of Oregon, which gives credence to Lebanon, Oregon being the real biblical Lebanon that was responsible for producing the giant cedars of Lebanon. We have 29 Lebanon place names in North America. Lebanon, Alabama, Lebanon, Arizona, Lebanon, Arkansas, Lebanon, Colorado, Lebanon, Connecticut, Lebanon, Delaware, Lebanon, Georgia, Lebanon, Illinois, Lebanon, Indiana, Lebanon, Iowa, Lebanon, Kansas, Lebanon, Kentucky, Lebanon, Maine, Lebanon, Mississippi, Lebanon, Missouri, Lebanon, Nebraska, Lebanon, New Hampshire, Lebanon, New Jersey, Lebanon, New York, Lebanon, Ohio, Lebanon, Oklahoma, Lebanon, Oregon, Lebanon, Pennsylvania, Lebanon, South Carolina, Lebanon, South Dakota, Lebanon, Tennessee, Lebanon, Texas, Lebanon, Virginia, and Lebanon, Wisconsin. All these Lebanon place names is strong evidence suggesting that the biblical Lebanon was in the Americas. Lebanon is a biblical city that is mentioned over 71 times in the King James Version Bible. The biblical Lebanon was established by the Phoenicians, Canaanites, who were the sons of Ham and Cush. The Phoenician Canaanites were Washita Moors with Hebrew Israelite customs. Lebanon today is still mostly an Arab or Islamic state in the Middle East. The interesting thing about Lebanon is that in several instances, the Old Testament claims the land of Lebanon as part of the territory of Israel. In other instances, the writers of the Old Testament think of Lebanon as the northern boundary of the land God promised to his people. Lebanon is used to describe all the hill country in Middle Syria. In this post is an image of an Islamic Arabic state flag of Lebanon in Georgia. It is very similar to the continental flag of the Washita Moors, aka the flag of New England, which has a cherry tree background with a pine tree cedar tree on it. In ancient times, the Moors or mound builders, aka the ancient ones, were known as the tree people because some of us used to live in these giant cedars of Lebanon in marvelous tree houses and were able to download all of the world's knowledge by just touching these giant cedar trees. We have 26 Goshen place names in North America. Goshen, Alabama, Goshen, Arkansas, Goshen, California, Goshen, Connecticut, Goshen, Georgia, Goshen, Idaho, Goshen, Indiana, Goshen, Kentucky, Goshen, Maryland, Goshen, Massachusetts, Goshen, Mississippi, Goshen, Missouri, Goshen, New Hampshire, Goshen, New Jersey, Goshen, New York, Goshen, Ohio, Goshen, Oregon, Goshen, Pennsylvania, Goshen, South Carolina, Goshen, Tennessee, Goshen, Texas, Goshen, Utah, Goshen, Vermont, Goshen, Virginia, Goshen, Washington, and Goshen, West Virginia. Oh, Noble Drew Ali didn't say that, so we're not going to go with it. Oh, because Noble Drew Ali didn't say that, we'll just discount this, right? That's your logic? That's your logic? We have 20 Canaan place names in North America, including Canaan, Arkansas, Canaan, Alabama, Canaan, Connecticut, Canaan, Florida, Canaan, Georgia, Canaan, Indiana, Canaan, Maine, Canaan, Mississippi, Canaan, Missouri, Canaan, New Hampshire, Canaan, New York, Canaan, North Carolina, Canaan, Ohio, Canaan, Oregon, Canaan, South Carolina, Canaan, Tennessee, Canaan, Texas, Canaan, Vermont, Canaan, Virginia Islands, Canaan, West Virginia. We also have Canada in North America, which was named after the Canaanites or the Canaanland Moors of Wakanda. Let's not forget the Canaan Valley State Park, located in Canaan Valley, West Virginia. All of these Canaan place names is strong evidence suggesting that the biblical Canaan was in the Americas. Lastly, the Grand Canyon is named after the Canaanites, since Canyon is a derivative of Can, which is short for Canaan or Canaan. In this post is a map of South America being listed as Canaan and ancient Egypt as North America, and I have sources to authenticate it, since Mesopotamia was in the Americas, and so was ancient Egypt in the Americas. Ancient Egypt, land of Canaan. As you can see by viewing the map of the old Canaan and ancient Egypt, the biblical land of Canaan was in South America, and ancient Egypt was in North America, which was known as the Orient, India Superior, or Asia Major. I have sources to authenticate this map too, because I have already written blog posts proving that ancient Mesopotamia was in the Americas and ancient Egypt was in the Americas, which gives credence to this map as being factual. In addition, there is an area of South America near Ghana, named Egypt, land of Canaan. Egypt is just a small part of the land of Canaan, the community on the east bank of the Merara. Yes, Canaan, son of Ham, aka the Phoenicians, give birth to ancient Egypt in North America. This is also historically correct, according to Western academia, since Kush or Ethiopia gave birth to ancient Egypt in the north. America is the land of milk and honey, or the promised land of Israel. This means that Old Canaan, Egypt, Jerusalem, Sumer, Babylon, and etc. was in the Americas, since the Americas is the land of the Bible and the true Far East. Study. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Peace and love to all the Moors. Honors to all the Moors. Study. America is the old world.com. Peace and love to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the mothers. Supreme honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the savior of the unconscious Asiatics. Honors to all. Islam.